David Carradine, star of stage and screen. Well, mostly screen. In fact, almost entirely screen. Unless there was like a Kung Fu the Musical. Maybe. He was in that, I don't know. A few days ago he was found dead and everyone ruled it a suicide, and I wasn't about to make fun of some guy who killed himself in a suicide. It turns out that he killed himself in a process known as autoerotic asphyxiation, which is a sexual practice wherein you cut off oxygen to your brain just as you are reaching a sexual climax. This intensifies the climax by an order of magnitude. Many people indulge in this practice and find it quite pleasurable, and every once in a while someone dies. Usually the victims are teenage boys. David Carradine, of course, was a 72-year-old man. They found him with a rope around his neck. He had also a rope around his genitalia, most likely to inhibit blood flow so that he could maintain an erection. When a 72-year-old man dies with a rope around his neck and a rope around his balls, it's funny. I'm sorry, but it just is. First of all of this happened in Thailand, the prostitute capital of the world. If you're really that horny, David, couldn't you have gotten a prostitute to spot you to make sure you don't strangle yourself to death, as happens to thousands of people every year? And I mean, David, you're 72 years old. How horny can you be? I mean, your dick is supposed to get its funeral by the time you're 40 years old. I blame Viagra. Viagra is the reason that David Carradine is dead. See, this is the kind of shit that happens when you start fucking with the laws of nature and give old people boners that last up to 7 hours. They start killing themselves in freaky sex accidents. I'm just kidding, David. I admire the fuck out of you, man. And I admire you more now because you died in this fashion. I hope that I die in such an awesome fashion. Like I said earlier in the video, most of the victims of autoerotic asphyxiation-related accidents are teenagers. And usually the parents are so ashamed that their kids died in this weird little sex act that they blame it on suicide. Almost all of these deaths are chalked up to suicide, even though that's not the real cause, because there's such a social stigma around masturbatory accidents leading to death, apparently. And if I ever have a son and he dies in the pursuit of an awesome orgasm, then that's a cool fucking son. I'm gonna fucking put that on his tombstone. My son died to make jerking off better. These people are American heroes. Everyone masturbates, that's just nature. But only a few people are out there trying to improve masturbation at great personal risk. And we should be proud of them. These people shouldn't be something that we're ashamed of. They should be something that we applaud. They should be something that we stand in awe of. And every time a kid dies like this, the news should be like, God bless that little son of a bitch. God bless him for putting his life on the line to make our jerking off better. Amazing Atheist, peace the fuck out.